Okay, on this video, I'm going to show you some examples of how to solve equations that involve two steps. So let's start out with 8 equals 2x plus 16. Okay, you want to get your letter alone. Everything here is positive, so we've got nice numbers. So if I have a plus 16, I'm going to subtract 16 from both sides. Now, something that is a really good habit in Algebra 1 is to take this equal sign and draw a really big wall, okay? It just really helps you keep straight that everything on this side is separate from everything on this side. So if you do that at the beginning, you will avoid a lot of mistakes, okay? So if I subtract 16 from both sides, so one on each side of this wall, then this is going to become 0. 8 minus 16 is a negative 8, and on this side of the wall, my equal sign, I just have a 2x left, so I've got an equal there. Then I want to get my x alone, so I'm going to divide both sides by 2, and so I have a negative 4 equals x, so that is my answer, okay? So if we do something similar, it might look like this, but it's a little bit trickier, okay? So again, I would make a big wall here. I learned that from another teacher, and I thought that's a really good idea because I've had students move their equal sign around and get mixed up. So I want to get my x alone. I need to get rid of my 10. A lot of people want to look at this minus sign and do the opposite of the minus and add 10 to both sides. But 10 plus 10 is 20. We don't want to add that. This minus goes with the 2x. If you think about that minus going with the 2x, you can see that it's a positive 10. To get rid of a positive 10, I need to subtract 10 from both sides. 10 minus 10 is 0. The negative, this minus becomes a negative now. It comes straight down as a negative 2x. And then I have equals, and then 2 minus 10 is negative 8. I want to get my x alone. This is multiply, so I'm going to divide by negative 2 on both sides. That gives me a positive x equals a positive 4. Okay, so a negative divided by a negative gives you a positive. If you need to check some of this arithmetic on your calculator because you're not sure about your negatives, that's perfectly fine. I would definitely do it in your head first and then check it on your calculator. Okay, try to get to where you can do the negatives without using a calculator. Okay, so let's do the next one. 35 equals negative 7a plus 14. Okay, now here is a good time to pause this video. Hit pause, work the problem, and then after you have an answer, hit play and see if you got the same answer I did. Okay, so let's make a wall here with our equal sign. I need to get my a alone, so I need to focus on this 14. I need to subtract 14 from both sides. 14 minus 14 is 0. I'm left with negative 7a on that side, and then 35 minus 14 is 21 on that side. I need to divide now by a negative 7. Remember, this is negative 7 times a. This is not negative 7 plus a, so I don't want to add 7 to both sides. These two things are connected with multiply. This is negative 7 times a. And the inverse of multiply, or the way that you get rid of multiplication, is by division. So we would not add 7 to undo negative 7 times a. We need to divide by negative 7 to undo negative 7 times a. So I'm going to divide both sides by negative 7. That gives me a negative 3 on that side and an a on that side. Okay, let's do 2b minus 6 equals negative 4. Again, make your big wall. Okay, I'm going to get my b alone, so I need to get rid of my negative 6 or my minus 6. So I'm going to add 6 to both sides. That's gone. I bring down the 2b. Negative 4 plus 6 is a positive 2. The way that I undo this multiplication is to divide. And so b is equal to 1, because 2 divided by 2 is 1. If you have any questions on these as we're going through these examples, make sure you jot a note down and then ask me in class why I did something the way I did if you're not seeing, if you're not understanding why something's working the way I'm doing it. Okay, let's do 4x plus 28 equals 28. Okay? Make your wall. This will also become more important, this wall thing, when we have variables on both sides. So it might seem like a lot right now, but later on it'll be even more important. Okay, so we want to get rid of the 28. So we're going to subtract 28 from both sides. So that's gone. So I have a 4x on that side, and 28 minus 28 is 0 on that side also. Okay, so you still look over here. 4 times x. We're going to divide both sides by 4 because that's multiply. So the way you undo multiply is with divide. 0 divided by 4 is 0. If that is confusing to you, you can check that on your calculator. 4 divided by 0 is undefined. It doesn't work. You can't do that. But 0 divided by 4 does work, and you get 0. If you have 0 pizzas to divide amongst 4 friends, every friend gets 0 pizzas. Okay, let's do a couple more. Let's do negative 12n. Oh, no. Let me try that again. How about negative 12 minus 4n equals 20? Okay, so I'm trying to get my n alone. I need to get rid of this, so I need to add 12 to both sides. This minus becomes a negative. It doesn't just disappear. It's got to come down. So negative 4n equals 20 plus 12 is 32. Divide both sides by negative 4, and n is equal to negative 8. Okay, let's do one more. 12 is equal to 6m minus 18. Okay, I want to get rid of my 18 first. So I'm going to add 18 to both sides. 12 plus 18 is 30. Bring down my 6m, divide by 6. 30 divided by 6 is 5. 6's cancel, and 5 is equal to m. So hopefully that makes sense to you. If you have any questions, email me. If we're in class, obviously you can just call me over. But make sure that you get your question answered if there's something that you don't understand. So that is the examples for the first part of the assignment. Go on to the next video for examples on the second part of the assignment.